Hey everyone, this is Pete. Welcome back to Atari A to Z Flashback, a series of explorations of the 150 games that make up Atari Flashback Classics for Nintendo Switch. Don't forget this compilation is also available on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but it's available in 3 separate volumes on those rather than the single standalone cartridge we've got here. Today's game is Atari Football, which, yes, I know, is another sports game, but I made a commitment here and I'm going to stick to it. So, Atari Football first came out in 1978. It was developed by a guy called Steve Bristow, and it's quite an interesting game for a few reasons. It wasn't the first ever game to use a trackball, but it's credited as the game that popularised the use of trackball, particularly for things like sports games. Now, if you've never seen a trackball, this is a trackball, and its main distinguishing feature from other controllers of the era, such as joysticks and joypads and so on, are the fact that it's got continuous movement. So in order to move, rather than just pushing and holding in a direction like you would on a conventional joystick, you actually have to keep spinning it like that. And what effect that had on Atari Football in particular is it made for a very physically demanding game. So you really had to sort of pound away at the trackball in order to keep your players moving. And it was actually quite a physically demanding game to play at the time. That aspect of things, unfortunately, hasn't really come across on this Nintendo Switch port because, well, trackballs aren't really a thing anymore, especially for gaming. You still see them in sort of things like the computer-aided design industries and certain other computer-based things that people do, but you don't really tend to see them much for games these days. So this game kind of rivaled Space Invaders for popularity during the football season of 1978, which makes it quite noteworthy as well. But unsurprisingly, its popularity sort of tailed off a little bit after that. But it's an interesting game. It kind of helps if you understand how to play American football, which I have only the most cursory understanding of, as you'll see in a moment. But anyway, let's go play Atari Football. Okay, here we are with Atari Football. This is a 2-player only game, and I don't have any friends, but I do have someone who was kind enough to marry me. So why don't you introduce yourself to the boys and girls out there?
I'd rather not.
Okay. This is my wife Andy, who has kindly agreed to help me with a game we both know nothing about. We both don't really know how to play American football, but we're going to have a go anyway. So, do you even know the rules of American football?
No.
No, okay. So, as far as I know, the only rules that you really need to know for this one are that when you're on offence, you have 4 goes, which are called downs, to get 10 yards, which is marked on the pitch. So like you see the 0-0 and the 10 and the 20 and so on. So if you're on offence, you've got 4 downs to try and get that far forward. And if you're on defence, you're trying to stop the other person from doing that. That's about all I know. And then your eventual aim is to get into the end zone, which scores a touchdown. Okay, good. Let's play. Okay, so I think you're on defense first. So what we do first is, I don't know.
Select play.
Press a button.
Which button to play?
A, I think. There we go. You've chosen bomb somehow. I don't know. Oh, you've tackled me. Well done. I don't know how you choose which one you're playing. Oh, you press A until something lights up. I don't know what any of those do. This is the thing that always confuses me about American football games, is you have all these plays and I don't know what any of them do. So you're controlling the flashing cross and you have to try and... You're not moving. You have to try and move into my dude, who's now got an unopposed run to the... This is incredible.
I don't know where I am.
You're not even on the screen anymore. If you press A, does that switch to one of those players? Oh no, there you are. You're super fast, but I've still got a touchdown. I win. That's 7 points for a touchdown from the look of things. Alright, so...
So the things on the side are how you start?
Yeah, so yours are the ones on the right, and that's supposedly what your people are going to do. And I don't... Oh, you're on offense now, so... Not that that's probably going to make a huge difference, but... Yeah, so when they start moving, you have to try and avoid the little crosses. So you now need to try and run down the screen and try and get at least 10 yards. Oh, you passed it, someone. So I can now run into you. No, I can't. I'm not fast enough. Come here. There we go. But you made it at least 10 yards there, so that means you get another go, basically, to try and get a bit further. I still don't know what any of these do. So I think the first American football game I played was Madden on the Mega Drive, and it always confused me there. You had like a choice of 3 plays each time you had a go. But I never knew what any of them did. You're going the wrong way. you made negative progress.
I forgot whether I was circle or crosses.
You're circles. And you're going down. Nope. They seem to keep using bomb. Although they all seem to have the same layout. Maybe that's a standard defensive line, I don't know.
Hey.
Game is almost over, 20 seconds to go. Oh, I'm offense again now.
So you're circles now. I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so circles are always offense, I guess. Touchdown! Wait, so you're offense again now, so now you're circles. Oh. That's the start button.
You can move faster than me, so that's cheating.
This is analog controls. I think that's the end of the game. We'll have another go. This is analog controls, I think, so the harder you push the stick, the further you go, because the original version of this was trackball based, and so it was very physical. You had to sort of really hammer away at the trackball to move faster. This was apparently one of the leading causes of blisters in 1978. All right, I'm gonna go for a sweep. You have to watch out for the other ones besides the ones I'm controlling. You're going the wrong way again.
I'm trying to loop around. Go round.
I think you have to take a bit more of a risk. That wasn't even me that time.
Did I move down? I feel like I moved down.
Yeah, you made 2 yards progress. Oh, offside. There is an offside rule in American football, apparently. That gave you 5 yards progress. Yeah. Come here. This was apparently credited as one of the earliest accurate simulations of sport. I don't know.
It would probably help if it was a sport we do have to play.
That's true. That is true. Like I say, I don't feel like I know enough about the sport to really be able to judge that, but I mean, it's got the basic rules there.
I mean, American football's just shit rugby, isn't it? So.
Yes, yes, it is. But I bet you don't know how to play rugby either, do you?
I do know how to play rugby.
Do you know how to play rugby? I don't think I know how to play rugby. My sole memory of rugby is learning... Ooh! Very close. My sole memory of rugby is learning how to do rugby tackles in PE lessons at school. And then for some reason, one day at the end of school, my best friend, Matthew, was walking in front of me, and I decided to rugby tackle him in the English area for no reason. And he fell over and got very angry with me. Rugby tackle is quite an effective method of... If you can't score a touchdown from there, then that's... Hello. Go on, you can clinch it in the last 20 seconds. Oh, the time actually keeps going while you're selecting plays in this one. That doesn't normally happen. There you go, you got one.
You let me have that.
Maybe. Alright, 10 seconds for me to win. Watch this. Three, 2, 1. Go on. Go on. Go on. No. Go on. No. Get away from me. No. No. Out of bounds. I took myself out. Alright, well, I think that's probably enough of that for now. That is Atari Football for the arcades. Apparently it's popular as Space Invaders during the 1978 football season. That's quite fun, isn't it? Once you have a vague idea of what you're doing.
I feel it would be more fun if we had a basic understanding of the rules from American football.
Probably.
Other than there's lines and you try and get to the line.
Well, that is the basic rules of American football, though. Like, without all the other bullshit, that's all it is. You just have to get a little bit further forward each turn. But, yeah, I don't know. Well, we've tried it now, so that's how it works. So anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. New episodes of Atari A to Z are on Tuesdays and Atari ST A to Z on Thursdays. Check out atariatoz.wordpress.com for a full archive. Do please also check out my other projects moegamer.net, where I explore Japanese and Japanese-inspired games from yesterday and today, and videopackgames.wordpress.com, which aims to catalogue the small but well-formed library of the Philips G7000 Videopack computer, also known as the Magnavox Odyssey 2. You can also support my work on Patreon or buy me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.